Imagine walking into a grocery store and finding empty shelves as far as the eye can see. This is not a scene from a dystopian movie, but a reality that could happen sooner than you think. You see, our grocery stores operate on a just-in-time basis, keeping a mere 3 days worth of food on hand. That's enough to meet our daily needs, nothing more. In a crisis, those 3 days dwindle to mere hours. Imagine the panic, the chaos, the fear. Now, imagine the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're prepared, that you have a stockpile of food ready and waiting. This isn't about fear-mongering or panic buying, it's about being smart, being ready, being self-sufficient. Because when the unexpected happens, the last place you want to be is in a line outside a grocery store hoping to get your hands on the last can of beans. The time to prepare is not when disaster strikes, but right now. So, what is a prepper pantry? It's your personal insurance against food shortages. Now, let's dig a little deeper. A prepper pantry is more than just a cupboard full of canned goods. It's a carefully curated collection of food and supplies, designed to sustain you and your family through periods of crisis. It's not about hoarding, but about ensuring long-term food security. Picture this. A storm hits, power lines go down, and suddenly, the grocery stores are empty. Or perhaps a global event causes a disruption in the food supply chain. These scenarios are not just possible. They've happened before. In moments of crisis, the average grocery store has about 3 days worth of food. That's under normal circumstances. When panic sets in, those shelves can be emptied in a matter of hours. This is where the concept of the prepper pantry comes into play. Your prepper pantry acts as a buffer, a safety net. It's there to keep you fed and healthy when external circumstances make it difficult or impossible to buy fresh food. It's about being proactive, not reactive, about your food supply. There are different types of food shortages we can face. Natural disasters, pandemics, economic downturns, even political instabilities can all lead to a scarcity of food. While these events are often unpredictable, their impact on our lives doesn't have to be. By maintaining a well-stocked prepper pantry, we can mitigate the effects of these shortages. We can ensure that no matter what happens, we have the means to feed ourselves and our loved ones. This doesn't mean living in fear, but rather living in preparedness. It's about taking control of our food security and not leaving it to chance. And remember, a good prepper pantry isn't just about quantity, but also about quality and variety. It's about having a diverse stock of foods to ensure a balanced diet. When you have a well-stocked prepper pantry, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. It's not just about making it through the hard times, but about maintaining a good quality of life, no matter what the world throws at you. Now that you understand the importance of a prepper pantry, let's talk about what goes into it. Essential non-perishable items are the foundation of any prepper pantry. These are foods that can last for months, even years without spoiling, and they are crucial for long-term food security. Let's start with canned goods. These are a staple in any pantry, prepper or not. Canned vegetables, fruits, and meats provide a variety of nutrients and can make a meal out of almost anything. Don't forget about canned soups and stews. They can be a meal in themselves and require little to no preparation. Next up, we have dry goods. Think rice, beans, and pasta. These are high in calories and can be used in a multitude of recipes. They're also easy to store and have a long shelf life. Whole grains like wheat, oats, and barley are also important. They're packed with fiber and other nutrients and can be used in everything from baking to breakfast cereals, but it's not just about having enough food, it's about having the right kinds of food. You need a diverse stock to ensure nutritional balance. This means a mix of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. It means a variety of fruits and vegetables to get all the necessary vitamins and minerals. And don't forget about seasonings. Salt, pepper, herbs, and spices can turn a bland meal into a feast. They're small, easy to store, and can make a world of difference in your cooking. Lastly, consider foods that require minimal preparation. Things like peanut butter, trail mix, and granola bars can be eaten as is and are perfect for situations where cooking may not be possible. As you build your prepper pantry, remember to think about what you and your family like to eat. There's no point in stockpiling food that no one will eat, and don't forget to periodically check your stockpile and rotate your food to keep it fresh. Remember, variety is not just the spice of life, but the key to a well-balanced prepper pantry. Storing food for the long haul is an art, and with the right knowledge, you can master it too. Long-term food storage is not as daunting as it might seem. It's all about keeping your food safe, nutritious, and tasty, even months or years down the line. The key here is in the packing. Proper sealing is vital. Oxygen absorbers are your best friends in this journey, as they can greatly extend the shelf life of your food by preventing the growth of aerobic pathogens and spoilage organisms, including fungi. Now let's talk about foods that are specifically made for long-term storage. These are items that you can stockpile and forget about until you need them. First off, we have freeze-dried meals. They are lightweight, compact, and can last up to 25 years if stored correctly. They come in a variety of options, from beef stroganoff to chicken teriyaki, so your taste buds won't get bored. Next up, we've got dehydrated foods. These are foods from which all moisture has been removed, drastically extending their shelf life. Fruits, vegetables, meats, you name it, you can dehydrate it. Just add water, and they spring back to life. And let's not forget powdered milk and eggs. These are excellent sources of protein and can be used in a variety of dishes. Plus, they can last up to 30 years in your pantry. Just imagine, a decade from now, you could be whipping up a batch of scrambled eggs from your stockpile. Finally, consider investing in canned goods. They are a staple in any prepper's pantry due to their long shelf life and ease of use. From canned fruits and vegetables to meats and soups, the options are endless. Remember, diversity is key. Having a variety of foods ensures a balanced diet, and it also breaks the monotony of eating the same foods over and over. Proper long-term storage is your ticket to a pantry that stands the test of time. So start mastering this art today, because when it comes to food security, every day counts. A well-organized pantry is a well-functioning pantry. Now let's dive into how to set up your pantry for efficiency and longevity. The organization is key here, folks. It's not just about piling food into a closet and hoping for the best. There's an art to it. Firstly, categorize your goods. Keep your canned goods together, your dry goods in another section, and your long-term storage items somewhere else. This not only makes your pantry easy to navigate, but also helps you keep track of what you have and what you need. Next, consider the shelf life of your items. This is where the concept of first in, first out becomes crucial. Always use your oldest items first. This ensures nothing goes to waste and helps maintain the freshness of your stockpile. Now let's talk about storage conditions. Your pantry should be in a cool, dry place where the temperature remains relatively stable. Extreme heat or cold can damage your food, reducing its shelf life and nutritional value. And don't forget about pest control. Ensure your pantry is sealed and protected from potential invaders. Nothing ruins a stockpile faster than a pest infestation. Moreover, remember to keep an inventory. This might sound tedious, but trust me, it's worth it. An inventory helps you keep track of what you have, what you're running low on, and when you need to use certain items. It's a great tool for maintaining an efficient and effective stockpile. Also, consider diversifying your storage containers. While cans and jars are great, don't overlook vacuum-sealed bags and food-grade buckets. These can be excellent for storing larger quantities of dry goods like rice, beans, and whole grains. Finally, make your pantry user-friendly. Label everything clearly and organize your goods in a way that makes sense to you. After all, in a crisis situation, you don't want to be rummaging through your pantry looking for that can of beans. An organized pantry is more than just pleasing to the eye, it's a lifesaver. So get started on setting up your pantry today, and you'll thank yourself later. Building a food stockpile doesn't have to break the bank. Yes, you heard it right. Stockpiling doesn't mean you have to shell out a fortune. It's more about smart shopping than splurging. Let's dive into some strategies to help you accumulate an ample food stockpile on a budget. First off, buying in bulk is an excellent way to save money. Items like rice, pasta, and beans are often cheaper when purchased in larger quantities. But remember, only buy in bulk if you have the storage space and you're sure you'll use it all before it spoils. Next, take advantage of sales and coupons. Keep an eye out for discounts on canned goods, grains, and other non-perishable items. You'd be surprised how much you can save with a little bit of planning and a keen eye for a deal. Don't overlook the power of wholesale clubs or online shopping. These avenues often offer better deals than traditional grocery stores. Shopping online also allows you to compare prices from different sellers, ensuring you get the most bang for your buck. Consider investing in freeze-dried or dehydrated foods. While these might seem pricier up front, they're cost-effective in the long run due to their long shelf life. Plus, they're lightweight and compact, making them perfect for maximizing storage space. Another smart shopping tip is to diversify your pantry. Don't just stick to one type of food. A varied pantry not only ensures nutritional balance, it also helps prevent food fatigue. That sense of monotony from eating the same thing over and over. Lastly, but perhaps most importantly, plan your purchases. Impulse buying can lead to wasted food and money. Stick to a list and prioritize what you need over what you want. Remember, the goal is to build a stockpile gradually. It doesn't have to happen overnight. By incorporating these strategies into your shopping routine, you'll be well on your way to a well-stocked pantry without straining your wallet. Smart shopping can make the difference between a sparse pantry and a robust one. Stay savvy, stay prepared, and remember, the time to start is now. A pantry is not a set-it-and-forget-it project. It requires regular maintenance. Just as a car needs oil changes and tire rotations, your pantry needs a routine checkup as well. Regularly checking the stockpile for expiration dates and potential spoilage is essential. You wouldn't want to be in a critical situation only to discover that your canned goods have rusted through or your grains have been invaded by pests. Take time each month to inspect your food stores, check for signs of spoilage, and assess the remaining shelf life of your items. Rotate your stock, using the oldest items first and replacing them with fresh supplies. This practice not only keeps your food at its freshest, but it also gives you a chance to test and adjust your stockpile. Consistent pantry maintenance ensures that when you need it most, your pantry is ready and reliable. So keep your pantry in top shape, and it will take care of you when the time comes.